Hi to all my beautiful souls out there. Hallelujah to all my beautiful souls. Once again, how are you feeling right now? Today I'm going to talk about something quick and something short, okay? Most of us, we need to learn when it comes to God. Guys, how was your day? Today is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026, and we are here to bring some consciousness, okay? There's a time for prayers and there's a time for teachings, and we're going to talk about something short, very quick for you to also work on yourself. How are you connected with God? Okay, one of the greatest sins that disconnect us from God is our ego. Okay, ego. And I'm waiting for you guys. Okay, I'm waiting for you guys to connect, share the wisdom, share. Let's spread the wings so that those they are distant, they can also reach out and get this information. If you were new, this is your divine birth. Okay, just call me birth, and I will say yes to you. Okay, follow us, like the videos, and also give your comment so that we will see what you are going through. Guys, everybody want to connect with God, but let me tell you, one of the biggest sin that is disconnecting you from God is your ego. And today I want you to know that ego is a spirit, okay? When we came here, those when you here have done something about our nervous system. And very soon I'm bringing the next episode for you, so watch it. There's a lot that we are bringing it to you. One of the things that we don't discover ourselves is we are spiritually lazy. Okay, many of us, all of us, we are lazy. And this mind, if you don't allow yourself to be open, to expand and to grow, and your soul to get away, that this flesh is going to consume with full of sin. Okay, you are going to consume, and you will consume with this realm we are in, because you are here for their conditions and for their suffering. But those they end up to escape is when you break their conditions laying on your soul. And the condition one is today we are going to talk about the ego death. You see, when our mother got pregnant and the baby is inside of the womb, that baby, they don't have any ego, okay? They are inside of the womb. The creation is going on until the 9 month, and the baby will come in. As for the baby, they is innocent, okay? They are innocent laying there, and the baby is very sensitive. You see, they are too sensitive that our mother who give child, they say that there is a children that they are crown chakra, okay? There is a hole, it blinks, okay? Air pass through there. That's the connection, connected with God, okay? That is your crown chakra, is connected to God. When you come to your nervous system, that is your sensitivity holding the body. That is the light. So that child can sense every energy, any spirit that comes to the home and go. Whether it's good energy, whether it's evil, the child senses it. Some children smile, some they cry because that is the evil around them. But what happens when a child is getting 7 years, 6 years? That is the ego, okay? The ego is another personality that devil placed on you. Everybody has it, okay? Everybody has it until you yourself, you break their influence of their conditions. And what is how the ego affect us is what I want you to know, that it's time for you to destroy your ego. It's time to let the ego die, because you can't connect with God and tell me that you still has an ego. Otherwise, it will destroy you. Otherwise, then we are deceiving ourselves, because God is holy, God is honest, God is pure. So you can't stand His presence and tell God that, God, I'm with you, but the ego is moving with you. Then you are deceiving and you are lying towards your soul. When the child comes in, that child is totally very empty, with no attachment, with no negativity, with no resentment, with no anger, bitterness, jealous, envy. So the child's sensitivity is great with God. You see the reason why they smile. Sometimes the angels, when those who were Christians and you connected with the angels, you see the angels is communicating with the child, so they will be smiling. God is around the child. God is protecting the child. Those your life is chaotic. This is where your home is full of demons. The children, they can't sleep. They sensed. They share, just that they can't talk. So they shed tears. You see that the whole night, some babies, they will not sleep the night. In the morning, where you two, you were cooking, you were doing your thing, that is when the baby is sleeping. They can't sleep. Very deep sleep, because the demons comes in the night and come and torment you, but they can't voice it out. So what really happened? They will lose their crown chakra, that is connected to God, and they will lose their nervous system. That is the light. God said, I've given you the dominion power. Your nervous system was God's word that make you a whole being. This body, when it's lying there and you don't have a nervous system, you will die. That is total reality. You will die. Go to those, they carry a cancer in them, that they are battling because their nervous systems are weak. You will die. So that whole you as a being, and when the devil sees that you are 6, 7, 8 years, the devil showed up. This is when our children, they start bullying. They start being angry because the anger has showed up. This is when your child, you will tell them that claim and they can yell. Though they say, no, mommy, they use some certain words that a parent even gets shocked. That is the ego. Those aged by 6 to above, devil have showered you with the spirit of ego. It covers you. So you become 2 in one body, okay? Which is the layer of God is there. But the devil ego is half. So it disconnects you from God. This is where we lose the access of God. This is where our ears, your senses, your eyes, your hands, your body senses, it doesn't pick the signal from God. This is when you lose the contact with your own guardian angels, because when you were a baby, they used to come and say, hey, you see the baby, they smile. You see the baby, they shake their hands. Sometimes they use their hands and their legs, and they are laying on the bed, looking in the sky, and they are playing, they are shaking their hands. Those senses is gone because the ego is huge, which is devil. Because the devil personality is huge. It comes with anger, pride, arrogance, bitterness, lust, manipulation, control, by biting. You see, the things that God doesn't want to get close. So when they put on you, God is there, but just that your ego has shut down the senses to feel God, to connect with God. This is where it's hard. This is where Jesus Christ told us that the body needs to die. That is the born again. Born again, we are spreading, and it's hard for our men of God to decode it, is that come and baptize. That is your ego. The ego dead. Because without the ego, you could have heard God clear. Without the ego, you will sense when God is around you. Without your ego, you feel the presence of God, the real God. I'm not talking about those entities. We have the real God, okay? We have the archons, the demonic spirit that they can appear like a God. The real God is there. This is what we are talking about. He doesn't come in when you are not clean. When we say clean, which is your holiness, okay, God doesn't show that when you're resentment and you are talking, then it's not God. It is something, energy, just pretending and faking to you that it is God. So brothers and sisters, Holy Spirit wants you to let your ego die. The suffering we are in is our ego. Satan put the ego as supposed to have a jacket. Guys, okay, I have one cloth here. Thanks for it. This is me. Let me use this as, this is your nervous system. This is the body. So the nervous system is holding this body. And I want you to know that is the spirit that God dwells in. Your ego is like this. So this is this thing, the another personality. This is the devil. He gave us the ego. That is another personality. But because the ego is huge, it covers you up and you disconnect from God. You see the demonstration I want to make it to you. Until you get it out of you, you become fully born again. The ego dies. This is where you don't become so proud. The sins we committed ourselves in disappear. Because what we are doing in this life is our ego. So many of you, you can kill and they will present them in court and they will still justify it is the ego. You can rape and instead of saying that I was wrong, they will justify. Men can cheat, women can cheat, and they will justify that you didn't cook, you didn't clean. That's why I went for another person. They will just, it's the ego. It's the ego. The reason why King Pharaoh died was the ego. God gave him chances that, hey, free my people and have your kingdom. Even God was a merciful. God said, free my people. Still continue with your kingdom. I'm not against your kingdom. I'm only against you by removing my children out of slavery. So if Pharaoh said, okay, God, yes, I will lead your people, then let the bygone be bygone. Pharaoh will not die. But when God led Moses to bring them all the trial, listen, their sons died, water turned to blood, sickness, their food went dry. It was the ego. Sometimes, if you don't protect yourself and remove the ego, your ego will shame you. Your ego will disgrace you. Where people supposed to respect you, that ego will show something that everybody will just feel embarrassment. That is the ego. Okay? When Moses reached the Red Sea, the Israelites, they are passing through. Later on, Pharaoh sit down and said, shit, I will not let these people go. How can they live? You see, the ego. It was two energies, okay? The ego came in to whisper in his ears that How? You are weak. How can a whole king leave the slave alone? Go and chase after them. This is some of us that you will feel yourself that something that you need to just surrender, something you need to detach yourself, something that you need to forgive and move on. You say, for me, I will never forgive. When you go to the families, I will never forget. I'm fighting for this land, and your ego will make you lose your life. Pharaoh has a lie. You are sitting, you bury your son, and the ego whispered. He called all the armies that let's go, let's follow them. I'll not let these people go free. It was the ego. So you see, ego is a demon, Satan himself. Then he went and followed. He let his men go, they died. Pharaoh has the chance to say, I'm retreating. But he said, I'm going. That is the ego. It corrupts your mind, rob you, and disconnects you. It takes your faith away. And